Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's first workshop. Today's episode 1.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
today's
today's
first. Okay, there you got a little bit of echo. We're going to be talking about what is our workshops, what to expect. We'll also give some platform updates. This way, we're going to be a little bit more visual. We'll be on the platform for you guys to see. Also, we've got a chat inside our Webbie social platform, so you guys can actually talk and engage. And we're doing something new here. I've got Chorora on the line. Chorora, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry, you caught me right as I was taking a sip of coffee.
No worries. Well, good morning and welcome to episode 1 of Webbie Workshops. This is going to be new. I know we've got some people inside the chat, inside Webbie, so we'll say hi to them as well too. You want to? Who's in the chat right now? Who's saying hello?
I see Hanukkah and Beanie. Good morning, ladies.
Can you guys hear us? Make sure you guys hit play when you log in and just go to the very fast forward since it's live to make sure that you guys are able to hear us as we move forward. And make sure you can use the chat if you have any questions, and we'll kind of go through today's agenda. And again, workshops are intended for us to be an opportunity for us to connect more visually, help onboard, and show you guys some of the cool things that we're working on. You know, we're on across a lot of platforms on social media. We've got YouTube, we've got LinkedIn, we've got Instagram, we have X, but we want to bring everything back home. We want to bring all users back here so that they can connect with each other and have more of a social hub as we move forward. And it's been a crazy 2025 for us, growing the platform, connecting with one another, the opportunities, the artwork is incredible. The community is growing. There's just new artists that are coming into the platform every single day. We're growing, I think, 200, maybe 250 users every single month. New opportunities are coming in, new open calls, and we'll talk about some of the open calls a little bit later on today. But today was trying to give an introduction of what to expect, what's to come out there. And we've got some other ones that I'm planning to release. And next week, or maybe next week or the week before, I'm going to be doing a workshop is how to grow your brand in 2026. I'm going to be doing a deep dive, a lesson. I'll be showing you guys my 3 pillars and sharing you guys 3 things that you guys can do today to start growing your brand. Now, it's fantastic that you're on Webbie, but there's other platforms that you guys could use. There's other tools, and there's different ways for us to grow as creators, as digital artists, to get more visibility, to show our artwork. Some artists are here to create. Some artists are here to learn. Some artists are here to sell. And some artists also are here to do a mix of everything. And really excited to see what that's going to look like here in 2026. Now, we are in a hyper growth state. We've got new features, new functionalities, and we're going to cover all those here today. Chris, welcome to the chat. Chora, we just wrapped up 2025, and we've got some new tools for us that we're going to cover here today. And when I do kind of the demo, I'm going to be showing my screen any single time. If you have any questions or if you see anything to chat, please let me know if there's any questions so we can stop and maybe we can take some time to help you guys understand some of the things that we're doing it and kind of why we're doing things. Does that sound good?
hmm
So one of the things is that I want to go inside to our insights page, and I actually want to check out some of the new features. So I won't say new features, a couple updates that we just rolled out. And I want to kind of go over them kind of one by one so you guys have an understanding. One of the things about being a founder is being open with my community to help them understand what's happening. One of the big things is like performance. When I first built the platform, it wasn't built to performance as it is now. So over the last like three months, in the last like month and a half, I've really done trying to clean up some of the performance. So hopefully you guys are seeing a little bit of faster load times on mobile devices, screens, as you guys move forward. We were kind of doing things a little bit chunky clunky at the very beginning, but last week we just rolled out some better improving in caching, so pages are going to start loading faster and faster here as we move forward. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's one thing that we're really trying to focus on is performance as we move forward. So if you are seeing the platform get a little bit faster or loading a little bit better, it's because we're working on the back end, and that's something that I'm continuously going to continue doing. And as we get more artwork, more videos, the site gets heavier, we have to figure out how to optimize for the future. And performance is one thing that we really need to look forward to. The second thing is butter smooth zoom images. So this is kind of like a cool little feature that we added. This is for curators that are curating artwork, or this is artists that are looking to expect artwork, or as Troy mentioned to me, a way for artists or people to validate. Is it AI? Can I see more of the details? And the I know it says butter smooth, but we added like a magnifying glass to actually on people's posts or be able to see. So if you were to go to the Discover page and see, artwork that's being loaded, and let's pick an artwork that I want to kind of scroll down. So here we go. We've got this artwork here. I can go ahead and select it. Now, usually you would just see the image, and if I want to zoom up, I can just hit this plus button and make it bigger, which is fine if I want to see that. But if I want to see more details, we now have this little rollover effect where you can see more of the details, colors, paint, patterns. It's just a different way for us to be able to validate and look at images. This is just something small. I'm really big into details, and when I'm looking at artwork or I'm expecting stuff, so I've got Chris. Maybe I can see some of this writing a little bit better that might be hard to see, or zoom in on little details. So that's just something small that we added that I think could help us and just add more flavor, more discovery for artists, but also curators as we move forward. The next one, I think this is a pretty big one that we had here, is our image size. Uploads for images. When we first rolled out our legacy system, we only had 2 megabytes file size. That we could only upload was just a very, very tiny, small megabyte size. Then we moved from Studio. If you guys know Dorothy, she was like, we need bigger sizes. We need to get, be able to upload bigger. So we moved over to 5 megabyte sizes. And it looked like it still wasn't enough to get some of these high resolution images or some of these, images that are being processed. Now, as artists, sometimes we use a lot of tools, we use a lot of products, and when we export, sometimes we export in different settings that maybe we don't know, or maybe we export in an extremely high resolution. And sometimes we have to understand the difference between when we're exporting, what's the best output when you're exporting. If you're exporting for a print show or a huge monitor display or something that needs to be high craft like a magazine, yes, there's going to be different versions and different ratios and different file sizes that we're going to need. When it comes to web, we have to be conscious of performance and loading on the platform side. And that's something that we have to take consideration when we're uploading artwork, but also as digital artists is when we're uploading artwork to keep that in mind as we're uploading. Obviously, we want crispy, clear images, and that's what we were trying to do with this. So we went from 2 megabytes to 5 megabytes to 10 megabytes, and now we're going to 100 megabytes per image. So now you're going to be able to upload higher images, higher resolutions for us on the platform, and then we're going to be converting them to web processing images so they actually load faster. So this is going to break a little bit of the barrier, and hopefully you guys don't have to compress your images from the very beginning. We'll take care of anything like that on our end. So that's a big update for us, is to be able to update to file sizes. Also, as well.
Hang on, I want to jump in on this one.
Yep.
So just anybody who's questioning that the file is going to be converted for display purposes, I just want to make sure it was clear that when the artwork is curated, if your artwork is selected, the curator actually receives the original file format and size that you submitted, so they're getting that best quality that you've uploaded.
Yeah, that's a good point. The other thing too is images now. Before you'd be able to click on an image and do like file save as, but now they're going to save them as different formats. It's no longer you're going to be able to save them as PNGs or JPEGs. So there's some protective layer over that for those images as you move forward. Again, these are just static images. They're not on blockchain. So just kind of keep that in mind as you do move forward. Now, people can't come inside Webbie unless obviously they sign up or sign in. So we do have some protective layer of just seeing your artwork publicly alongside that. When you do submit to an open call, we do have now a little bit of a message here for you. If you are selecting artists, we may require a higher resolution depending on the curator. So maybe some curators want maybe a super high resolution or a print version. Like right now we're working with Mark Morrow, Best of the Best. He did a photography one, and they're going to ask the artists if they can give us their highest resolution that they possibly have, because they're going to be using it for prints. They're also going to be using it to hang it on artwork. So just keep that in mind if you are submitting to open calls. There could be times where a curator might need a super high resolution. If need be, we're identifying that here for you when you're submitting. And then also on the actual upload, you'll see that we're really looking for PNG or JPEGs up to 100 megabytes for images. GIFs, we have not changed GIFs. GIFs are not going away. We know you guys love GIFs. GIFs are going to stay 10 megabytes still, and then video upload for Webbie Plus users is still going to be the same, 100 megabytes and not being compressed. Anything around that, Tora, that I missed? Any questions?
Well, Hannika's asking about stuff for images protected. So I just left a comment there in the chat saying that when they download now, it'll come down as a WebP and not in the original format. And then that's that compressed format. So that's not giving somebody who's trying to come in and steal art, they're not getting access to an original. They're not getting access to like that full high quality image. So that's not really going to be an ideal format for anybody wanting to potentially steal art. So that adds some protection just in the different format that the file is converted to.
Absolutely. And then when we do hand our images over to the curator side, we do, give me a second. We do hand our images high resolutions to our curator so they get the high proof. So don't worry about that when we're doing the handoff to exhibitions. Moving over to verification badges. So if you are a Webbie Plus user, one of the things that we wanted to do is to highlight you along the way. So our trending creators that you guys see here, this refreshes every 24 hours and it just rotates to our Webbie Plus users. So if you are a Webbie Plus user, one of the things we wanted to make sure is that make sure you have more visibility. So if you are a Webbie Plus user, just know that you're always going to be on the trending creators. We're always going to rotate it, keep it fresh as you guys move forward to add more visibility. The other part too is actually on cards that we currently have. We are now adding the plus to your actual cards on the Discover page as well too. So when you see the Discover page, now you'll see the check mark to show that you are verified. And then even if you click on artwork, I love this zoom in effect, you're also going to be able to see the plus as well too. So that's just a small change that we did there for you guys along the way for verification badge users. Again, more visibility, more opportunities. And then when Webbie Plus slideshows are created, by default, they get posted here at the bottom. So if you are creating slideshows, if you do have that capability and features, by default, whenever you post, you'll see your very first one here as well too. One of the things that we talk about Webbie is the algorithm. Again, when you post, you get seen, you get visibility. We're not hiding anything from people. We wanted to everybody have a chance opportunity to get seen from artists, curators, and then some of the new people that are seen on the platform for them to get expired as well too. And that's actually one of the best things, because one day we might be, very traditional arts. One day it might be super AI. And then one day I might get like a mixed bag of everything as you guys move forward. So I think that's kind of very unique as a platform. And we're still going to remove the comments. We believe of having a clear, no noise platform, and that's one of our things that we'll continue using forward. So we don't have any plans to change the algorithm or the comments, still allowing you all to get more visibility as we move forward. Since I'm on the Discover page, I want to share with you guys something that we currently rolled out. On the right hand side, you have your grid, which is your traditional grid that we've had, and then we've got this side. It's called Masonry. This, when you click on this, it's going to change the dynamic view of it. And this is kind of our legacy system, where if you have art that's in different shapes or different sizes, it just changes the grid for you to see more full-size images along the way. So if you have more of a horizontal or more of a vertical, you'll get more landscape in that digital artwork as well. Again, more of our legacy system integration. So it's up to you to customize how you want to see content in the field. Would you rather see cards, or would you like to see more visibility on the form? On mobile, it's still going to be the same, so just kind of keep that in mind as you guys are moving forward. Tora, any questions around this so far?
No, I don't have any questions at the moment, but I do like having that legacy appearance, especially on desktop. It's nice to see the full art.
Yeah, I think as some it makes me stop a little bit more when I scroll down, when I start seeing art that's a little bit more you know, vertical. It just kind of gives more landscape. And like again, this is something that we did in our legacy system, and it might be small, but again, I want to focus more on visuals, seeing artwork in different mediums. And it looks really nice. Really, now this is only for the Discover page. It's not on profile pages. I think over time we'll ask you guys, if you guys like this, should we do this on your profile page? Is that something that you guys want to see on your profile page? Do you want to see on the marketplace? Do you want to see on the open calls page? Is this something that you guys would like to see more of? And that's where we'll listen to your feedback and see if it's appropriate for us to use it moving forward, which is pretty cool. So we talked about verification badges, some of the workshops, card effects that pop. Now this is really awesome for the card effects. Now this is our holo. Hey Dorothy, how are you? Welcome. We were just talking about you just a second about Dorothy. I think you're going to enjoy this. We went from 10 megabytes to 100 megabytes per image. I know you're joining the chat, but you have been when we started with 2 megabytes to 5 megabytes. And Dorothy, we are now at 100 megabytes per image. So welcome to the chat. I hope you're able to see this. Card effects. This is something from our XP shop now. Our XP shop is still in beta. We're still trying to figure it out, how that works. Now, these are just rings that you're able to equip, and once you select it, so if, you know, I've got this one, say if I want to use red, these are just based down your profile, so you're able to see these change. So if you do have some XP, you want to convert it or use it, that's how you use it. These are what these are. Be able to see different borders, and also you'll be able to see them on your profile page. So you see how hers is purple, now mine is red. So that's one of the things with the workshops. Only for Webbie Plus users, we have our hologram side of things. So if you go to your profile, and you can see how this one is kind of shiny, and you know, you have some different artwork. All you do is have to hit this diamond here, and then you'll have an opportunity for you to be gold or the hologram effect, and just hit apply. And at any single time that you want to remove it, you can remove it. Let me just hit refresh real quick. You're able to remove the hologram and then reuse it again. So it's not a one-time burn type of thing. It's up to you how you actually want to use it. Some of the things I do is that if I just created a new post, I might want it to give it a little bit more emphasis. So I might make it a hologram or gold when it first gets on the Discover page. It makes a difference when it pops. Let me ask you guys, chat. Beanie, Henny, have you guys used actually the holo so far as you guys move forward? Again, new tool, new feature for us to use, and hopefully you guys get to see some functionality regarding that, and also some more eyes on your artwork. And again, it's only for Webbie Plus users as we move forward. So we talked about verification, pop cards, priority support. Now this is very, very interesting, and I'll let Chora talk about priority support and featured requests so everybody knows that.
Actually, before we get to that, we missed something on this list, and it just occurred to me now.
Oh, what's that?
We missed our little Webbie network thing that we have that you introduced just recently.
Oh yes. Let's get over priority support features requests, and then we'll talk about WebbyNet next. That's a good one.
All right. So you want me to do the priority support?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, for those that don't know, if you need any support, you can just go on your profile and select support, and this is where you're able to now submit a ticket for the support system. This allows us to have a better process, get back to you. And we have different categories that we have where you can report a bug, you can request a feature if you have any account issues, billing, other, and we have something called featured requests. It looks like feature and featured request, but featured request is something new, and I'll let Torora kind of talk about that.
Yeah, so some of the people that are in the audience right now will know about this somewhat, but um, as part of our open call that we've had for the Webbie Plus users, we've been wanting to sort of like highlight people, give benefits to Webbie Plus users. So before the feature rolled out, I actually reached out to a few people that I wanted to highlight and do featured articles and really bring attention to our premier users. So if you are a Webbie Plus user and I've not already reached out to you and you're interested in having a feature done on you, what this looks like, can you actually jump into Insights and show the one for Alt5? Although I haven't even told them that I put it up yet. Maybe we can take a look at what we did. So I had an article I wrote about Alt5 and it featured some of his artwork. And we just want to try and bring some attention to our Plus users, get them more exposure, get that shared out across social media. And it's just something that you can also add to your portfolio to say, hey, you know, I got featured on this platform. There was an article written about me. And that's something that helps build your brand and portfolio. So that's one of the things that we want to include there to make sure we could bring more attention.
Take advantage of it 100%. If you're an artist and you want to get more visibility, Webbie's here to support you, and this is how we're going to do it. So if you're interested, again, all you need to do is go to your profile, select support, hit the bottom, it said feature requests, ask, the reasoning behind you want to get featured. Do you have a new drop? Do you have something new that's coming out? And then also, would you like to do a video as well too? So if you want to be on camera,
Oh,
and
yes.
we have some people that are interested in. And then once you submit submit your ticket, you'll see your tickets and you'll see what the status of them are. So no more guessing, submitting an email, not knowing where things are anymore. You'll now see what the process, if it's open, if it's closed. So if you have a new request, so if you have someone that's like, hey, I have a new feature idea, you just go to feature requests, give me a title, description, what it is, and then we'll open it up and we'll check it out and see if it's a good feature or if you have an issue. That way you can always keep track of your tickets, any requests that you have with the team. Again, we're growing very fast, so we want to make sure we have really good processes and have good processes to support everybody here on the platform, not only technical wise, but also how can we use it to support you guys, to highlight you, so we can write an article about Chris, Dorothy, Beanie, or what you guys are collaborating. Is it a space? Just let us know so we can actually create something and output there for you. I wish I had this at the very beginning with other platforms. It was so hard for me to get featured, to get seen on like OpenSea, and it was impossible to get my artwork displayed. So just let us know, and we'll figure out some ways to collaborate and work with you guys. And what's nice about being a Webbie Plus user is that you get your hands on some of the new features that are rolling out as you move forward. So this is some of the new features and functionality that we want to add for you guys. Support is for everybody, but only Webbie Plus users have that there for you. Should we head over to WebbieNet?
Yes.
All right. So let me know in the chat if you guys are on Twitter or and you guys remember Twitter circles. Let me know in the chat if you guys do remember those features, if you guys do or don't. That's one of the features that I loved, is the Twitter circle. Be able to see who I connected with, what it means, who makes the right connections. And I thought about, how do I do this to add more transparency for not only for the artists but also the collectors. How do I discover my most engaged supporters on Webbie? So Webbie is your personal engagement network. Analyzes interactions across your portfolio and your content. Who's actually going to show up for you? Think about it as like a living map of your creative community. It highlights your super fans, your collaborators, and partnerships that you might have missed. And this is actually really helpful for me because it allows me to know when I have so many users and so many followers on Webbie, who is actually, you know, my one that's supporting my artwork. Who can I, let's say if I want to do a NFT drop, who is that person that I should reach out to? Who's somebody that I need to engage with, or who am I missing opportunities? And it's based through a point system. So when someone gives your artwork a heart or a like, you get 1 point. And then you also get different points systems as well too, up to 3 points if you guys do make a true connection. And then this way, you're not relying on the algorithm to see you or not. You actually see who's actually working with you. And there's 2 viewpoints with your Webbie net. There's your circle I'll go about, and then there's your view list as well. And then we give you a screenshot. So as you first log in, on the left-hand side, you see Webbie net, and it refreshes. It shows your last 30 days engagements, and you're able to refresh every, I think, 24 hours or so. So right now, here's currently what I have. I'm going to hit refresh. And here's my new updated that I've had since the last 24 hours. And I encourage you guys to definitely refresh every couple of days. You'll see your list kind of change every now and then. So here's where you'll see your circle. Inside is, you know, the bigger circles are your most engaged, and outside is kind of your least engaged. So Dorothy, Chris, love to engage with you guys a little bit more. I got to get you guys back in my circle. But you're able to see the members in your group. And there's some people that might only have 3 or 4. That means that they've had 3 or 4 users engage with them, or 12. So if you get up to anything over 40 or 50, that means you're pretty active on the platform. It shows in the last 30 days how many hearts, how many fires, how many mutual connections. That means are they also inside your circle as well too, right? Are they also engaging with you as well? So keep that important, and also when it's last updated. So this is your circle. You're able to download the image as well too if you want to share it to your socials. I see a lot of people sharing it to their Webbie. And then I hear something called list view. Here's where you're actually able to see everybody that's actually in your top list. And you're able to see how many times they actually have engaged with you, and also their point system, and if they're mutual connections. So Chora, I think a couple weeks ago you were like 10, so you moved up to 5. So it looks like you're doing a great job supporting.
Yeah, I was like, what? How am I so low? Why is my circle so tiny?
Yeah.
So yeah, I changed that.
Yeah. So keep that in mind. And then, you know, if you want to check out someone's profile from here, and, you know, like, okay, I see this person's engaged with me, you can just click with them, and then you can dive into their profile and be like, oh, what did I miss? What have I missed? What have I not been supporting along the way? So what do you guys think about it so far? What do you guys think about your Webbie net? Is this something that you guys are using? Have you checked it out? Have you guys exported? Is this something that you are bullish about? Are you guys refreshing every couple days? Are you surprised? I definitely was surprised of my artists to see who was my top supporters. And I don't know if you guys have had a chance, if you guys remember, MySpace used to have like your top 8. Well, here's like your top 8 supporters that you're able to see whenever you want to as you move forward. So more to come with Webbie net. Anything I missed here, Chora, regarding Webbie net with this output? What you think about it?
No, I think it's a lot of fun. One of the things with Twitter circles that I always thought was fun is like if you were sitting too low in somebody's circle, it's like, how do I get myself up higher in this circle? You know, how do I build stronger connections, especially if there's somebody that you really admire, or you're wanting to work with, or you just want to get their attention. It was a tool to help see that visually and better build those connections. And I'm glad that we brought that in, because I kind of was disappointed when the Twitter circles kind of dropped off and stopped working as well. So it's a fun feature, and it has a good purpose, you know, in building your community. So I love it.
Yeah, and all of that is like, if you are creating artwork and you want to give back to some of the people, and you're like, who should I give back to who? Here you go. Here's the blueprint for you, right? Who's the most engaged available for you, right?
Did you see the comment from Hanukkah? She's saying, I noticed more engagement since WebbyNet was added.
There you go. Well, there you go. You're able to see, like I said, it's more transparent. You can actually see what are your real engagement, who's actually in your, who's actually connecting with you, and then also golden opportunities, right? So if you guys haven't done so, there's an article we produced called "Introducing WebbyNet," and if you guys are looking to get more insights into our articles, you just hit insights, and you search for anything. So you can search for Webby. What was I saying? WebbyNet, and then you'll be able to find articles. If anything you're looking for, big announcements that we currently have, here they are, or open calls opportunities. You can always use your insights. It's always going to be available for you guys to see everything there for you. So I think that's.
You added the tags.
I
Yay!
did.
So
Yeah.
now we can filter out open calls and just see what's happening. I'd love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We do have some new partnerships that we'll talk about next week. I think this is going to be awesome. Next week or the week before. Next week we're going to be talking about how to build your brand in 2026 workshop, and then hopefully we can bring in John. We have a new tool that we're going to be collaborating. It's called Just Convert It. And this is a really cool tool. Basically, you can compress, you can change anything for your image, from converting images, compressing videos, removing backgrounds, scaling, converting to PDFs. All these new functionality features completely for free. I have a friend of mine, his name is John. He's a digital artist in graphic design, and he created an amazing tool for us to compress, add, copyright, trademarks, stuff, QR code generator, create images, no cost at all, completely free tool. And this is something that we'll highlight for artists next week to give you guys some more tools as you guys move forward into 2026. I do want to cover the last thing I think I'll talk about before we go into our Webby platforms is make sure you guys keep an eye out on workshops. This is brand new. This just rolled out the other day, and I want everybody to understand we're startup. We're a very small startup, not a lot of capital, a lot of funds, but we want to give you guys a professional feel. And one of the things that we want to start rolling out is the workshops that you're seeing here. So now we're going to be rolling out some workshops. You can go ahead and register to them. You see this little button here. Once you hit that, you'll get a notification 48 hours, 24 hours, 2 hours, and then when it goes live, so you guys don't miss a workshop there for you. And once it's done, it'll also be available for you guys to also see here afterwards. Inside the workshops, hopefully I don't break anything. Obviously, we have our chat here that's there for you. That you can see. Only Webby Plus users can actually use the chat, so it's protected, so we won't have any trolls or anything like that for our platform. And if you're looking to do a workshop, or if you host spaces and you're looking to get more visibility and stream, just let us know. We are a Google supported program here as well too. We have Google authentication, so we're using YouTube to actually integrate our live streams. So again, very cool tools, very lightweight on our end, more flexibility, more features, and the goal is to create some new workshops around branding, marketing, marketplaces, or interview artists or creators along the way. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like the workshop idea? Is there something that you guys are really interested in seeing? Is that something that you want to see more of? Is that something that's going to be, something you would like to see more of? Just let us know. That will be the best part. And then the last thing I'll talk about here, because I know I want to switch it over to open calls, is our academy.
Yes, I was just going to say, don't forget Academy.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about Academy. One of the things that we want to do is really educate our community of artists. We do have some artists that are on the blockchain, but we have a lot of artists that are not on the blockchain around Web3 or crypto or protecting themselves. So we rolled out the Academy here for you. We have a glossary page that allows you to bring up, all the terms that you currently have in Web3. And I think I was in a space with Dorothy and Chris, And I was asking their community, what are some terms, what are some things that are out there that are challenging for you to learn? So if any single time you have any questions, we have a glossary here for you as you move forward. Then you've got your available courses. We currently have 6 that are currently rolled out. 4 of them are for free, and then we have 2 are just for our Webbie Plus users. Here is something called Bites, where it's just a small bite, maybe 60-second videos that you guys can see. And then here's where you're able to see your certificates. So as you guys are completing your courses, you're able to see your certifications or your certificates here. And any single time you can actually click it and be able to see your certificate. If you want to download the certificate, just know whatever your username is what's going to display here. I can't change it. That's just program how we used. And I do want to make a note, disclaimer, Webbie Academy is a professional learning. They just represent you completing the course. So it's not financial, legal, or credential advice. It's just a learning for us to give back to you. And we have a terms of service there for you. So check out the Academy. And are you surprised what the number one course that has been completed is, Dorothy? I mean, not Dorothy, Chora. Sorry, I just read a comment.
I'm like, okay, wasn't sure if you're waiting for her to answer, but yeah, I know which one it is, and I'm not surprised. I think it's a huge need within the community. It's one of the driving things that's brought people in here is just our. Can I spoil it and say which one it is?
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's our mental health and mindset for creators. We've always advocated from day one that mental health was important, and I mean that's why there's no comments, right? It's to make sure that we can have sort of like a healthy space where we can enjoy and appreciate art without having sort of like the stress that comes with comments, the haters, the negative Nellies that are out there. So it plays an important part for all of us. It's why we come to Webbie. So I'm not surprised to see that this is the number one course. I think probably we could even expand on these
Mm-hmm.
and bring a little bit more because I think it's beneficial to everybody. I mean, as an artist, I mean, there's a lot of different pressures that can apply. Um, a lot of insecurities, a lot of um, things that we can address. I mean, most of us as artists, literally what we're doing is we're putting our emotions in the creation of our art, right? That it's art is self-expression. So mental health just rolls with that. So I think we can definitely build this out a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, I think we've had over 30 some completed courses, and mental health and mindset for creators is number one. Second is understanding Web3. I encourage you guys to take them. You know, some of them. This is probably the most powerful one I've seen besides mental health. So if you're ready to level up, here's some really cool tactics. Also, legal perspective, digital wallet security. So let us know if there's any courses or something that you want to learn a little bit more of, or you want to get into. We'll be happy to roll those out. Right now, we want to roll out these 6, get a feel for what you guys think, and be able to move forward with it. So thank you guys for beta testing, checking it out, and hopefully you guys are enjoying some of the amazing new features that are rolling out. And this is all thanks to you guys. We've had a lot of amazing community members give us feedback of what they want, what they need, and we've done a really good job making sure that we track it, listen, and figure out how we can execute in a good way. So I'll turn that back over to you, Chora. If you want to maybe start glancing over some of the open call opportunities here that we have available.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit because I've got my Webby already open. So yeah, thank you for putting it on the screen. I'm going to just start from the top here. So we've got love letters to myself from 34 Gallery. Um, so what I like about this one is it's going to be on display in February, which typically we think of February as this is like Valentine's Day. We're celebrating love, but that's not always easy for everybody. So when I was in conversations with 34 Gallery, it's like, how can we do this differently? So instead of writing a love letter to somebody else, maybe we can just do a love letter to ourselves. What would we tell our future self, our past self, our inner child? whatever it is, or just a gentle reminder from day to day, and create artwork around that. But we want to put in typography just to give it a different flavor, to encourage people to try something a little bit new. I've seen a big trend with people really um, doing a lot more poetry with their artwork. I do it myself, but I see a lot of other people are doing the same thing. So bring the two together, like put your poetry in your art, or write yourself the letter in your art, or just one word. Maybe it's one word that you want to embed into the artwork, but bringing that typography into some whatever visual style that you want to work with. So I thought that was a really cool way to approach um, the month of February for something different. So make sure you submit to that one. I know that 34 Gallery really works hard to try and showcase the artists that are uh, selected. I know that they do a fantastic job on their profile every month, going back and highlighting every single artist that's selected in their open calls. So they do everything they can to try and give you guys um, uh, that representation within their own platforms and within Webbie and within their other social media. So move on to Echoes of Tomorrow. So a lot of people really enjoy doing sort of like that future forward, creating visions of the future. I know Owls, you really like that topic and that theme. So this was an opportunity to sort of deal with the whole futuristic, because we've done a lot of stuff recently that hasn't necessarily looked at the future. We did like the urban echoes, we did some photography, we've done a lot of different things. So we try to sort of mix it up and bring a lot of different opportunities for people. Um, so this one here is sort of like, is it utopia, dystopia? How will our planet change? How will we adapt? And exploring just concepts of the future. So this one's a lot of fun. It's a real good opportunity to do some storytelling with your art as well. So submit some artwork for that one. I might be a little bit behind, so I'm not sure if you've moved on to another one or not.
No, once you tell me the next one, I go ahead and move to it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go fashion forward. Okay, perfect. So I really, really like this one here, the digital fashion forward. Um, we don't really see enough lately for fashion, so I was really excited to see an open call that we'd be doing for fashion. When I first started, like, impromptu challenges and stuff like that, there were a lot of different fashion type um, open calls that came around, and they were a lot of fun to see, like the creativity that people would come up with for designing new looks. Like I remember doing some myself even in my challenges, with where it was fashion, where it was using recyclable materials or using food as your vision behind the fashion, and thinking of like how that can um, sort of give us an idea of how we can look at fashion differently. So I'm really excited. Oh wow, look at some of the stuff that we've got. We've got people that have gone all out and really done some fashion design. This is amazing. So yeah, I mean everything from here on forward is future fashion, right? So uh, create something that's futuristic, create something that hasn't been thought of, create something unique. Maybe it's wearables and it's not specifically just, a dress or pants, shirts. Maybe you want to deal with funky boots or helmets or watches or jewelry. All of this is encompassed within fashion, and really excited to see what the creativity is that people are going to bring in this one.
Yeah,
So that's pretty
this
cool.
is probably one of my favorite ones that I see out here is definitely fashion. So don't forget about those accessories, everybody. Accessories are key here.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool ones that are coming in. I'm really excited to see what else we have. We still have almost 2 weeks left on these open calls. These we've been like lucky to have a lot of these go for the full month, really giving people time to sort of like think about it, experiment, and put your best one in. So our next one is spirit animals. So this one was just, we're looking for something a little bit different. This one is great for like photography or AI or people who are traditional artists. I found this open call really encompasses everybody to come in and share. Like maybe it's you don't really have a spirit animal, but you're really drawn to a specific animal and you really want to showcase that. what animal captures your mood, your spirit, who you are, your personal energy. Um, and that's what we want to bring into spirit animal. I mean, we're all like sort of drawn to something. So my own is actually a bear. Owls, geez, I wonder what yours is. I don't know.
I don't know. Can you guys
Um,
guess what mine is?
so yeah, see, what do you resonate with, and how do you envision that, and then bring that sort of like symbolism, that energy, and put that into your art, incorporate those animals, and we'll see. Yeah, I think it gives a little bit of insight on a person too, What I really am hoping to see too is like people put in why they chose the animal, because I think it's really insightful to see, like, I picked this animal because this animal represents blah blah blah, and I resonate with that. That's who I feel for my self identity. Yeah, some pretty cool pieces that have been coming in on this one too.
Yeah, I think
Oh, Nita.
we might need to do different rounds of this, but great artwork so far. Let's move over to love.
Yeah, generate love. This one is definitely leaning more towards AI, but also I want to see some generative code type art. So if you're somebody, because we haven't had anything where we're doing generative art, like true generative art. So for example, if you're somebody that uses Transient Labs, maybe use Juno, maybe you're just doing it in Claude or ChatGPT, that you're doing code-based art. We haven't seen very much of that, and I'd really like to see some of that come in. But AI itself is, I mean, generative art, right? So anything that's created within those spectrums, this can also incorporate glitch art as well. Wow, that's pretty cool. Beanie, that's a cool piece. I'm gonna have to go back in and put a heart on that one because I missed that one. Um, so yeah, I'm really curious to see video. AI video is also technically generative art. So bring the best that you've got. Come up with something that's really unique. Again, this one is themed around love, but we're not necessarily needing to be like the traditional ideas of love. It's more like love as inspiration, unity, um, what brings harmony in the world. So you can really get abstract and surreal with this one, and express it in a lot of different ways. So get really creative with this one. And if you've never tried generative art through code-based art, um, here's an opportunity to jump into ChatGPT or Claude and try and create something. And finally, we've got Webbie's first anniversary. So we're doing Dream Big. We really want to think about what are the possibilities. Where is Webbie going? Where are you going? What do you envision for, your brand, your future, your art? Um, what do you want to see? This is really a broad and open category. Can you scroll down just a little bit more on the open call description? Um, I really want to see like a sense of empowerment, a, a vision of for yourself, and perhaps with Webby as well. Like, just what are the next steps? Like, where are we going as a community? What's our creative journey going to look like? And then let's celebrate that together. So, curious to see what people are going to come up with this one. And why don't we take a peek and see what we've got for submissions in this one?
You got it. I'll do that right now. And then in the meantime, if you guys have any questions, let us know in the chat. We'll open it up for the next 5-10 minutes. If there's anything you guys are looking to get any questions, explanations, just let us know. And we want to hear from you guys.
I'm also interested, if you have an idea for an open call that we can run as Webby, I'm open to those suggestions. So drop me a message here right in Webby. They could probably put it in as a feature request as well, I would imagine, on our support tickets. But I'm open to hearing suggestions. If there's something that you would really like to see that you haven't seen, that you want to see a certain art style being represented that we haven't had an opportunity to do so far, I'd love to hear what your ideas are.
I love this magnifying glass feature real quick. You're able to see more of the details. than you would with a regular eye. This is really an awesome artwork that's being created.
I think this is going to be a lot of fun, especially on those traditional pieces to be able to zoom in and see
Hmm.
those textures and everything else. Or in some of the digital art as well to see that. I think it's a nice feature.
Yeah, more details to come. Well, awesome. I think that takes care of all our open calls that we currently have available for you guys as you move forward. I do want to talk about anything else regarding open calls, Sure.
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Jen who just finished the one for Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, okay, I'm drawing a blank on the name. What's that one called? Is that interludes? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. I'll bring it up for you here so you'll have exactly all
Yeah.
the details for it. Interlace?
Yeah, that one was a little bit of a short turnaround time. Yeah, interlace. I was like, I'm not saying it right. Interlace. So I thought that was a really amazing opportunity. I want to give a shout out to Jen for bringing these really unique opportunities. She's been doing a fantastic job in bringing open calls to the community that, extend worldwide and bring visibility to artists like everywhere. So shout out to Jen for doing this one. This one just concluded, so we're just waiting now to find out about the curation on this one so that we can notify everybody of how that one's going.
Oh, yes.
I know she's gonna
Go ahead,
go ahead.
sorry. No. Go ahead. I just want to talk about the open call submitting if you have any
Yeah.
issues with it, uploading videos for people that are not Webbie Plus.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. You grab it and go in it.
Yeah, so for people that are uploading or getting onto Webbie right now, video is something that we have for our Webbie Plus users. Right now, since we just rolled over to a new system, we're still a startup. Video is a lot of bandwidth, and releasing it to everybody could cause a slow down the performance. So we're looking to figure out options for us to optimize. So right now, video is not an option for non-Webbie Plus users. So you have a couple options that we created there for you if you are submitting to open calls. The first one is you can upload your static image or a thumbnail image, and then inside the direct URL you can link it back to your Google Drive that has the image, or to your minting site that has the video, or your X. Anything that you need, that you can go directly to that video. If need be, you can put it in the artist statement that this is a video, so you can submit certain your art piece will just have to be a static for now. Or you can create a GIF and maybe create some animations with the GIF so you can see it being more visually. Is this something that we're currently looking at for video integration? Right now, all Webbie Plus users, you don't have to worry about that. Video is available for you. You can upload a unlimited 100 megabyte size, no problem for our paid membership users. But people that are not right now, that's very limited to it. And we're looking at options to do that. And creating still images right now is an option. Or if you do want to upload videos, maybe not to open calls, we do have our YouTube link where you can just put a title and you can upload your YouTube videos if you have like massive videos or storytelling, stuff like that. So there is ways for you to upload through the process. We're just looking at file size and performance as we just rolled into this new platform. One of the things as a founder is that I'm going to be transparent. I don't want to add a bunch of video stuff and not really do a lot of the thinking through it, and could cause a slowdown in the platform. So figuring out how we can create some of video for non-plus users, and there's options we'll have maybe for non users. We're looking at maybe having like a smaller size limit or a time limit compared to our Webbie Plus users, so we still give everybody the ability to still submit to open calls as we move forward. And I will say this now, submitting to open calls is still free, and we are continuously submitting. You're able to submit to any open calls for free. That's kind of our flagship that we have. We do have some collaborative open calls that could be exclusively for Webbie Plus users. And that's just because we're doing partnerships for them, and we're looking to way to highlight artists. So maybe we might use one of your images as a thumbnail image, or an image on our marketing materials. That's more of a collaborative stuff that we'll do with our Webbie Plus. But again, we're mostly focusing on submissions to be for free on Webbie, and we'll continue doing that. So feel free to just keep that in mind as you guys are growing with us, and we're not charging you for you to submit multiple pieces. Webbie Plus users could have um, extensive submissions or entries into open calls. That's one thing Chora and I looked at. That there are some open calls where we did select maybe one or two more pieces from Webbie Plus users, just to get more visibility for them. And this is just the perks of just upgrading and using our platform, and us giving back to you as you move forward.
I wanted to add something else there on when you were talking about video. There was a video that we did at one point, and maybe we should update it. But if you do have video artwork and you can't upload video, I mean, you can always link to where you've minted it. If you have it minted on a platform like Object, you can even link it to Twitter. What I would suggest was if you're submitting to an open call and you do have video content and you're putting in that thumbnail, um, just make sure that you indicate that this is a video submission so that the curator knows to go follow that link and find your video. So I think that's just a really important note I want to make.
Awesome. Yeah, so I think if anybody has any questions, let us know. There's tons of new things that we're still going to roll out. We'll talk about Swipe that's going to be coming down later down the road, some more functionality and features. But let me know what you guys think so far. You guys enjoying the new year? Are you guys enjoying Webbie? Are you guys enjoying how we're rolling things out? More functionality features. Are you guys seeing more artists? Are you seeing different creators join the platform? Love to get any feedback that you guys have, so we can highlight that as we move forward. I want to thank you all for tuning into today's workshop. We'll try to do this weekly or bi-weekly. We'll try to figure out what the cadence is as we move forward. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everybody in the chat that took some time to join us today. We had over 76 comments so it lets you know that you guys are engaged. You guys want chat and do more features around like that. So keep creating, create, connect, discover new opportunities. As a founder, I'm going to continue being transparent with you. I'm going to keep sharing the mission as we move forward. We're fully funded for, again, 2026, so we're not going away. We're not going anywhere. Chora's is here. She's not going away. We're all still here as we move forward. So this will be a safe space. And again, if you haven't done so, check out our ambassador program, something that we're looking to grow. I'll just leave this here for now as you guys are building and creating. Thank you all. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys on Webbie. Thank you all so much and have a good rest of the day.
Enjoy the weekend, everyone.